So when I see this tweet, I think about it of like, because I've seen this before where people say, hey, I've had a hard time making friends ever since, they got out of high school, college, whatever. And then I think it's especially so for people that are not in a traditional like office setting. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really interact with other people on a day-to-day basis, which, repetition kind of like leads to friendship and all that stuff. I'm guessing this guy is YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really need to interact with anybody. He just kind of does his thing. I don't know what kind of content he makes, but I don't think he has like a very large team or anything like that, or like people that just, what I'm saying? He probably just outsources and does shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I've been seeing this a lot because a lot of people have been saying like, hey, there's like really no third places or like places where you can go to kind of like make friends because really you just go to bar, club, home, and work for
Mm-hmm.
most people. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a lot of people don't even like making their coworkers their friends because potential to get in trouble with job and all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you brought up a good point about third places, but it's strange to me because, well, to be fair, I don't know how the city landscapes of in Poland are, but I know speaking from America, there's quite literally very limited third spaces. In fact, most of our third spaces have transitioned on to online spaces, which is why you have so much more social media online activity.
Mm.
But like it's just it bothers me because this is a true phenomenon that's going on, especially amongst men. Men are having a much more difficult time connecting with people, even when they are at a workspace, because like you said, if you try to engage with certain people, you can or in certain ways and out of fear of getting uh, any sort of like wrongful allegation against you, whether it's true or not, more men are hesitant to engage with people, especially of the opposite sex. So like this is just very difficult and kind of sad, just to just to think about.
So I think you brought up a good point with third spaces kind of like moving into online spaces.
Mhm.
And so my thing about that is there are still third places that exist. It's just
Mhm.
that, and I don't even think in the first place, I don't even think third places are where people make friends at. Because
Mhm.
typically, whenever you go to a third place, like the easiest way for a person to make friends with another person is to already have a mutual friend.
Mhm.
That's the easiest way. Like people don't just go out and interact and then all of a sudden they become friends. Like it's usually someone that bridges that gap for you to become friends. But I
That's
feel
true.
like if you
Yeah.
don't have mutual friends that you can, say and hang out with their friends and stuff like that, I think the easiest way is just to pick up a hobby. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
like when you pick up that hobby, you have to be very intentional in what you do. And this is not just for men, this is also for women too, because women are like, hey, how do I just go out and find, friends and stuff like that? I mean, you got to be very intentional with it. You have to go out and do something. It doesn't have to necessarily be in person, but in person is going to foster that connection way faster than an online hobby. But I mean,
That's
even with
true.
online hobbies and stuff like that, I mean, look at how many friends people make off of the internet just playing video games together. There's people that have been
Mhm.
playing video games together for like 10, 15 years.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see it all the time online. They're like, oh yeah, I met this guy on Call of Duty Modern Warfare and I went to his wedding as one of his best mans.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's crazy.
And that's why it's so like that's why I smile because I feel like it's a little bit ridiculous because like you said like there's ways to make connections even online nowadays. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
this is the primary way people date nowadays. So this is how you find that interaction that you may need, and it may not be the best method, but it is it's an alternative to the physical third spaces that you mentioned. And if you can go ahead and like play video games with someone for 10 years and you cultivate that bond with someone and like you don't have any of that after 43 years of living, you don't have any of that like whatsoever. That's kind of crazy to me. And not to discount his experiences, but I do think that may be more in this individual case his problem than anything else because at least the availability to do so is there. You just have
Yeah.
to take the initiative to do it.
I don't think it's for a lack of having opportunity.
Mhm.
I think it's from a lack of him trying to cultivate those friendships. Because again, like I used to be in the same place where like, well, not in the same place necessarily, but like I had a much smaller friend pool than what I do now. Because like, you know,
Right.
I would interact with people and I just wouldn't care to like really follow up with the relationships or talk to anybody and stuff like that. I'll just be like kind of like, okay, well, I'll see you when I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of
Right.
thing. And like I feel like a lot of people get into those games nowadays where they're like, oh, well, if someone doesn't contact me, I'm just not gonna contact them. And like playing a game
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? But like it doesn't make sense because if you want friendship, go seek it out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Go.
go be intentional, be like, hey, I am gonna go contact this person and see if they want to hang out today. You know what I'm saying? It's not a
Mm-hmm.
game. You know, like if you want human interaction, go get it.
Go get it.
Cause
For real.
you know what I'm saying? Like you being like, hey, I'm not gonna text this person today because they haven't texted me. That person might just be busy and not thinking about it. Or that person might just genuinely think you want to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? So you just
Oh my
text them,
God.
hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, hey, what's going on? You're like, hey, you want to hang out? They're like, oh, hell yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Like you
Exactly.
miss that whole interaction because you're like you're in your own head talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hang out with me, this, that, and the other. I mean, shit, I'm that kind of person. I don't hit anybody up. But if they hit me up, I'm like, okay, shit, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I had I was speaking to someone 2 days ago about this too. It was like they're typically a loner. They're kind of like going through some things right now, and they were pretty much very much dismissive about the fact that they can actually garner friendship from other people. And but the issue is they don't take initiative. They don't put themselves in a position to be welcoming because their I guess their natural disposition or their natural demeanor because of the things that they're going on with their personal life makes it appear that they don't want to be bothered. So people
mhm,
don't approach them because of that reason. But not only that, they don't even take the initiative to engage other people. They
mhm,
don't take the initiative to foster any sort of connections or bonds or similarities or hobbies or passions as well to connect with other people to talk about things. So generally speaking, and I will put this out here, when you're trying to make friendships, the when you go to someone, you don't start off with your life woes. You don't start off with your depressions or the traumas that you're going through. I don't know you on a personal level to care about those things right now. And I think a lot of people who are in those situations leave with that, and that's a turn off. Like even on a friendship level, that's a turn off because it appears as though like you're using me for like, you know, what I'm saying like I'm not a therapist. If you
yeah,
need that genuine help, go see a therapist. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm not a therapist. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that I'm just throwing that out there. And it's not an attack on this individual. It's just more so like you have to go in with the right mindset, like you said, and to piggyback off what you said, you got to go ahead and you have to put yourself out there with the intention to make friends.
A lot of people do trauma dump, and like I've had people that I've just recently met, and you know, look, I'm a very amicable person. I don't
Hmm.
I don't really like talking and stuff like that. I'm very, you know what I'm saying, reserved and stuff like that. But if you talk
Yeah.
to me, I'll talk to you. I'll
Right.
reciprocate that. But when you start talking to me about off the wall shit or things that are not normal, I am going to leave. And I want you to take that as a lesson to not do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come up to me and you start telling me about like how you broke your arm in the 5th grade and that traumatized you,
Stop, bro.
nigga, hey, people think of friendship as like something that is not. Your friends are not there for you to trauma dump on. Your friends
Facts.
are there to have a good time with. And if you
Hmm.
do need help, like you like really, really need help, your friends are there for
Right.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for you to come up every day and then just be complaining, nah,
Facts.
nigga, that you
Nah.
yeah, you a bad friend. Cause I'm not gonna
For
lie.
real.
If every time you talk to me, you got an issue, a problem, something like that,
Yeah.
like nigga, I'm finna stop answering you.
For real. It's something wrong with you. Like at that point,
At that point, there's something wrong with you. Like,
there's something wrong with you.
look, if every time you go onto a date, something is wrong with that interaction, nigga, it start looking inside. It's not the dates, it's you, nigga. Like, you know, it's same with the friendship, nigga. You having a bad day every day, nigga? You never had a good day? Nah, it's you. It's you, nigga. And I don't want those problems in my days because I have good days. I have really good days, nigga. Or at least they're okay. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They're boring days, and boring is better than bad.
Facts. Facts.
Nigga,
Facts.
I'll have
Facts.
days where I'll wake up and play video games, or I'll just watch YouTube all day. And nigga, that is a decent day. Nothing bad happened. Nobody died. I didn't stub my toe. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
a bill didn't pop up, nigga. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'll take that every day, nigga. You keep texting me talking about some woe is me, nigga. Nah, you just finna piss me off.
No, that's facts. That's facts. That's 100% facts. Because I swear to God, like once I realized, like a long time ago, back when I was like a teenager, and I was just trying to make efforts to make friends with people, and I realized a good number of my friendships were them pretty much trauma dumping on me, asking me for advice, and it was always one sided too. Like I never really needed their advice, but I was always there for them. Which
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I felt one of them. I felt used, and then two, I realized like, bro, you are negatively impacting my quality of life. Like, bro, I can't have a discussion with you without you talking to me about your dog died, and I'm sorry your dog died. I was like, you talking to me about how you having boyfriend issues or girlfriend issues. I'm sorry y'all going into a verbally abusive relationship. Like, bro, I'll leave me alone. Like you said, you're not a good friend if you just come in and like I'm not a therapist. Take care of yourself. Go to there's a professional for that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Leave me alone.
No, you're right. Like you can't have a regular discussion without some nigga bringing up some woes me. You be like, man. So what do you think about space? You're like, man, I'm thinking about the space in my heart when this girl left me. I'm like, nigga, nigga. I'm talking about the Milky Way, nigga. What the fuck, bro? No,
Oh shit.
no. I don't want to hear
Oh,
about that shit all day. Like, yes, I will give you advice as best as I can. You know what I'm saying? But like, nigga, I don't even got my life figured out. I can't figure out your life too.
fact,
Like, come on,
fact,
man. Something's got to
fact.
give. You know what I'm saying? We just need to
Yeah.
come together and have good times and forget about the bad times. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Whether that includes alcohol or just, you know what I'm saying, fishing trip with the boys, you know what I'm saying? Or going on a vacation or something. You know what I'm saying? Like just forget that shit.
Facts.
I'm tired of that
Facts.
shit.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you don't have to be the strongest soldier. You know what I'm saying? Be weak, nigga. Run away from your problems. I do. Shit.
For,
Nigga, run away from your problems. I don't give a fuck. You never had to face them head on with me, nigga. Run away from them shits. We cool. I'm never gonna tell you to deal with that shit, nigga. We cool. As long as we having a good time, we vibing, we chilling. Hey, run away from the motherfuckers all day. Nigga, ball that shit up, toss it way back into, you know what I'm saying? Repress it until you can't no more, nigga. Make that shit turn into a diamond. And then you actually gotta go to therapy, nigga. And I'm gonna support you through therapy. I'm like, hey man, you see your therapist today? All right, man. Well, you probably should. Like, but again, just don't put that shit on me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
And again, I'll,
100%.
I'll give you one or two a month. You know what I'm saying? Like if you call me talking about, hey man, it's getting too difficult. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the time, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Therapy office is probably closed. Like, we don't talk about it today. Come over. I got some drinks. It's all good.
Facts.
But that shit started becoming like 3 times a week or something like that. I'm like, hey nigga, I got work in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, listen, you might need to just check yourself into an asylum with the grippy socks for a couple weeks, man.
with the with
Just
the grippy socks.
nigga, just for a couple weeks, man. Like I don't want you to fall. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentally unbalanced. I don't want you to have like bad physical balance too. Just couple weeks, figure it all out, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
I'll
sending
be
the
here
nigga
for
to
you.
a cycle word because he got broken up with it. With the grippy socks is funny as shit.
Man, nigga, like the breakup can't be that bad where you gotta call me 3 times a week, nigga. Like, come on, man.